Let me share a story with you. Once upon a time, there was a little boy, and he lived in a big house on a hill, and he loved horses and dogs and sports cars and music. He climbed trees, went swimming, played football, admired pretty girls. Except for having to pick up for himself, life was good. One time he was talking to God, and he prayed, and he said, God, I've been thinking, as I grow up, as I become a man, these are the things I pray for. This is what will make me happy. He said, God, I would like you to give me a big house with a porch all the way across the front, 2 St. Bernards, a garden out back. I want to marry a woman who is tall and beautiful and kind, who has long black hair, blue eyes, plays the guitar, and sings in a clear, strong voice. I want 3 strong sons, he went on to say, who will play football with me. When they grow up, one will be a great scientist, one will be a senator, and one will be a quarterback for the 49ers. God, I want adventure in my life. I want to sail vast oceans, climb tall mountains, rescue people. And God, if it's not too much, since we're talking now, I would like a red Ferrari to drive. And I never want to have to pick up after myself. God spoke to the boy and said with a smile, that sounds like a nice dream. I want you to be happy. Well, things turned out differently from what the little boy had expected. A knee injury prevented him from sailing or mountain climbing. He started a medical supply business. He married a beautiful, kind girl who was short, had brown eyes, couldn't play the guitar or sing, but she was a fantastic cook and an artist. He lived in a city, in an apartment overlooking the ocean and the city's twinkling lights, and he had a big fluffy cat. Instead of 3 sons, he had 3 daughters. All were very beautiful. The youngest was confined to a wheelchair. His daughters loved him very much. They often sat under a tree in a nearby park, strumming guitars, singing lovely, haunting tunes. He made enough money to live comfortably, but he didn't have enough money to buy a red Ferrari, and now and then he had to pick up things for himself. One day, he remembered his childhood dream, and he was very unhappy. Things had not worked out the way that he had wanted. He complained to his best friend, who told him, "You have a wonderful life. What are you so sad about? You should be happy." But he was very unhappy, and he confessed his unhappiness to his wife. She agreed with his best friend and told him to look on the bright side, but the man would not listen. As he thought about the things that he didn't have in his life that he had prayed for as a child, he became more and more unhappy. He was so unhappy that he became sick. He laid in the hospital room surrounded by nurses and hooked up to tubes. One night in the hospital room, as he laid there in his extreme unhappiness, he talked to God again. He yelled at God and he said, "God, do you remember that as a boy I asked for exactly what I wanted in life?" God spoke again and said, "Ah, yes, I remember. That was a lovely dream." Well, he shouted out, "Why didn't you give me the things that I asked for? If you had given me those things, I could be happy." "I could have," said God, "but I wanted to surprise you with some of the really good things in life that you didn't ask for. I suppose you noticed. I gave you a kind and a beautiful wife, good business, a place to live that's nice, and 3 lovely daughters. It is one of the best packages that I have ever put together." "Yes," yelled the man, "but I am unhappy because it's not what I wanted in my life." God said, "I thought that you were going to give me what I wanted." The man was quite taken back and said, "God, I never thought that you wanted anything at all from me." And God said, "I wanted you to be happy with what I had given you." And the man thought about it all night long as he was laying there in the hospital room, and he decided to have a new dream, to dream about the things that he really loved in life that he already had. And he became a fulfilled person. We need to take a new look at our life and realize the gifts that we have and be thankful for those gifts. To take an inventory of our life, looking at the good, not the bad, and we will see how surprised we have been and how blessed. Have a wonderful day.